Next speaker we have is Leah Owens.
Good evening. I would like my camera turned on. All right. Dr. Leah Owens, 765 Broad Street. We persist in our call for the resignation of Board President Josephine Garcia, and tonight's meeting provides further evidence as to why this demand should be met. I applaud aspects of the program and instruction report. I'm looking forward to the forthcoming information on the teaching and learning presentation. And yes, tracking the strategic plan is a responsibility of the board, though that is not a new idea and should have long been a priority of every committee of this board. However, the governance report underscores how this board falls short of authentic critical civic participation. Need was an invited guest of the governance committee, and several other board members made time to meet with this group as private citizens, though that's a fine line to be walking when the purpose of the meeting is to discuss what is at least tangentially board business. Meanwhile, several other community organizations and individuals also took the time to express input to appointing a board member to a vacancy, not only after the board took action, but before the appointment was made. Not one of the individuals who submitted official letters of interest for the vacant seat was invited to speak to a committee or to the board. Further, these same community organizations and individuals followed up their requests and comments at board meetings in written form to board members. One or two received a response. The vast majority were ignored. No one was invited to discuss their concerns or ideas further. No one was publicly thanked for illuminating how the public education system is rooted in oppression and inequity, and for how our contributions are a reminder of how we must all actively fight oppression. Even teachers are ignored. Nicole Sanderson has come before this board numerous times this school year with the simple request of turning on students' access to Gmail so that teachers can communicate with students through Google Classroom, thus improving their learning conditions. Tonight, we finally heard something, but how many months later? No acknowledgement, no follow-up, no response. All teachers, residents, parents, and students deserve responses. The praise from board members for Need's work around the proposed board vacancy policy plays into respectability politics, and that you'll respond to certain folks but not others as a function of the approach used and the relation of the people to the board members. Need is constituted by folks who are not bringing a critical or abolitionist approach to education and who are intimately tied to the charter school sector and Teach for America through its political arm, Leadership for Educational Equity. Members also have personal relationships with board members. I urge you to reflect on your actions and not intentionally or unintentionally pit members of the community against each other because some did it, quote, the right way, or position the participation of young people as a shield against justifiable critique of your silence regarding President Garcia calling public participation, quote, bullshit. It's both and accountability and transformative policy. The call for Josephine Garcia's resignation is a call to open up a space for the transformative leadership needed for the school board.
Thank you very much, Ms. Owens.